Today's the day. I watched it. I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League. And we're going to talk about it. So Zack Snyder's Justice League, this has been a very interesting debate for me, an interesting conversation over the past couple of years. I've never denied the existence of the cut. However, I never thought that this thing would see the light of day and that we would, as an audience, be able to watch and experience Zack Snyder's full vision of Justice League. And I kind of want to say, before I even kind of mention my thoughts, I'm not going to talk about any spoilers because I want you guys to enjoy the film. But I do want to talk about the reality that I think we all need to kind of face here. The reality is that even though this movie is his perfect, pure, unfiltered vision, there was no way that Warner Brothers was going to release a 4-hour-long epic film like this. It doesn't happen. Movies are constricted to a certain time because it's all about money, and I get it. You would make a lot more money. Let's just take one theater, for example. Not how many showings or how many different theaters they use or auditoriums they use in a certain movie theater for this one movie, but we're just going to stick to one auditorium, one theater. You could literally have maybe 8 to 10 showings with 2-hour-long movies. Whereas with a 4-hour-long movie, you have to really half that. And so about what, 4 to 5, maybe 5, that's pushing it. It makes sense why they wouldn't release a 4-hour-long movie. However, let's talk about what we did get, because this is HBO Max, this is streaming service, this is very different. And I can actually say that this movie actually surprised me. I did not go in thinking that this movie was really going to change my thoughts on the Justice League. Boy, was WB stupid to drop the ball as much as they did. I'm convinced that they wanted Zack Snyder out, and so that they put together a movie like Justice League that really just was kind of not all the way put through, didn't really have anything that was groundbreaking or any details that were going to lead into the future of the DCEU, and single-handedly, they themselves destroyed what they were trying to build. So I applaud Zack Snyder. I applaud everyone for being able to get this movie out, for him continuing to get that fight, to try to bring his cut to life to the fans and the audience alike. And congrats to all the Snyder fans out there, because we did end up getting this movie. That's awesome. Now, the movie itself is a better version, way better version than what we got in 2017. 2017 Justice League was fun in a way, but it also didn't have anything groundbreaking. It was all stuff that we had seen before. And it was trying to use a lot of the same Marvel formula, whereas Zack Snyder's Justice League does not. It really has those moments for every single individual character. And you actually feel for Cyborg. You actually kind of feel for the Flash. They get their own standout moments in this movie that really help you understand these characters and what they're trying to do. So that is all really, really well done. And Zack Snyder, good job for being able to have this unfiltered 4-hour version of the film, because anytime a movie is going to be 4 hours, you're going to have more time for story to develop, obviously. You're going to be able to put in a lot of Easter eggs, which there are quite a bit of Easter eggs in this movie. The thing that I wish that this movie would have done, though, is not spoil everything. I wish Zack Snyder wasn't so open about the things that he wanted to do, because I kind of went into this movie knowing that everything I was going to see, I'd already known. And so there wasn't really anything super surprising. There was one thing that was surprising to me, because I loved the certain comic of the character that they introduced in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So I thought that was really cool. But I have to say, though, I wish that we didn't know as much as we did going into this. The action is a lot more visceral. It's also a lot more impactful to the actual story, because instead of having this disgusting red color palette for the ending battle, they actually make it dark, and it looks like it's actually taking place on Earth at nighttime. And that's a big contrast. That's a huge difference, because the red really just kind of made it feel cosmic. It didn't feel tangible, whereas having it look like it's actually a part of our Earth made the movie feel a little bit more real to me, and actually kind of put me in a sense of bewilderment into what these characters are going through and how epic and grand scale this battle was between them and Steppenwolf. And Darkseid is such a great addition. I wish that there was more with him. Unfortunately, I don't think we're ever going to get more to Darkseid. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to say that it's not possible. Anything is possible at this point, but I loved what they were able to do with kind of sprinkling in Darkseid, and you actually understand Steppenwolf's motives as well. Although he's still kind of a weak villain in my opinion, there are good motives there where he's basically a servant to Darkseid and you kind of feel bad for him. This movie does Superman justice. I want to talk about that. Superman is my favorite comic book character of all time. To me, he's bigger in my eyes than Spider-Man. He's bigger in my eyes than Captain America, even though I love those two characters. He is my favorite superhero of all time, and they give him the justice that he so deserves. There is one moment in this movie where I literally had a huge beaming smile on my face because of the enjoyment that I got to see with this character on screen once again. It was so epic and it was so cool to be able to have Henry Cavill's Superman, who is my favorite incarnation of Superman, on the big screen again, doing his thing. And there's a lot of different scenes with him that we never got to see in the Justice League cut. And so thank you. The black suit I thought was going to be just kind of like a gimmick. I love it. Like, it's so awesome. I need it in my life. I want more of Henry Cavill's Superman. I don't know, again, it's kind of like, is there going to be sequels to this movie? I don't know. That's really kind of the big thing. Now, a lot of speculation came out about a cliffhanger. Zack Snyder kind of said that there's a cliffhanger to this movie. I agree, but also disagree, because the movie does wrap up in a way, but there is a cliffhanger that's still lingering after the credits roll. And there are some really nice sequences. The nightmare sequence, oh my gosh, is incredible. Jared Leto actually does a really good job with his Joker, finally. And it makes me really invested and want to watch something in this nightmare world that has been created. Like, give me more of that, because that was highly fascinating. I just could not believe that they were going to certain extents and really highlighting and pinpointing small details of things that actually occurred in this world. Like, I'm blown away. Ultimately, this is a movie that's not perfect. It still has some of the problems that the original film had. One of those things being actually pacing. I found this movie to linger a lot. It was very pretentious in certain scenes. But other than that, this is a movie that is a high step up from Justice League. This is almost like a completely different film. I do not, put this movie with Justice League. And I'm actually going to make a DCU ranking video, and this is going to be separate from Justice League because this is a totally different entity. What a great experience. 4 hours. It definitely felt like that for sure. I could really feel myself just kind of dozing off in moments because I was like, oh, I've seen this before, this is familiar. But all the new things that are in this movie really work extremely well. The nightmare sequence is great, and good on Zack Snyder. Congratulations, you got your vision out there, and the fans, this one is for you. Guys, what did you think of Zack Snyder's Justice League? Let me know down below in the comment section of this video. Like, I'm still like blown away that this thing even came out and that I watched it. And this is a 2021 film. Make sure, if you enjoyed this video, that you hit that thumbs up button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new, because I make content on the regular. Stay tuned for my DCU ranking video that's going to be coming out on Saturday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Justice.